Right now at 6 on Connecticut's news station, we'll give you some advice how to stay safe while out on the water this summer, what to do and what not to do if you're going out on a boat.
And school funding top of mind in Enfield, what the town council decided that could impact more than 100 teachers in that district.
Also getting the green light on a red light safety program in the Elm City. What needs to happen before that becomes reality.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for being with us at 6 here on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus America areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. We hope you got outside and enjoyed some of the warmth yesterday. I love how sometimes when we bring in meteorologist Sam Samperi, I feel like lately he has nothing but good news.
Oh, I know.
That's right, I do.
Maybe that's not a coincidence, is it?
I just happen to be lucky right now. And yeah, there is good news for some nice warm summer temperatures the next couple of days. Watch out for some low clouds and fog this morning. And much like yesterday morning, you see quarter-mile visibilities in several locations. Southerly flow bringing in that moist air off Long Island Sound. And it's 60 degrees at water temperature now. 58 New Haven, 57 Hartford. And you can see temperatures elsewhere basically pretty uniform in the 50s across the area. Low clouds coming up from the south, high clouds coming in from the northwest. That's all due to a front to the north. That won't bother us, just some high clouds today. So mostly sunny day, turning warmer this afternoon. High temperatures here in the Hartford area averaging in the mid 80s, but we could get up into the upper 80s up by the airport. But most of us 80s inland, cooler along the beach. Is only 65 Groton, New London due to that sea breeze. Coming up, I'll let you know how warm it will get for your Wednesday, when the next chance for showers and storms will occur, and what you can expect. Quick peek of the holiday weekend. All the details coming up on your Fox 61 7-day forecast. Now on over to traffic. Rachel, how are we doing at 6 o'clock hour this Tuesday morning?
Hey, good morning, Sam. Looking a little bit better on the roads this morning than we did at 5 o'clock and even at 4 o'clock, where we were following a bus crash on 91 southbound. Now, the right shoulder is closed, so this is still out there this morning, although volume is light, and back behind that, we're not seeing any significant delays. So southbound 91 out by 9 and 8. Again, that right shoulder is closed due to a crash that involved a bus. We will keep you posted. We did have some earlier road work in Cheshire, but this morning that has wrapped up eastbound 84. So looking good in both directions out by exit 26 east and westbound. New Haven, there's a live look outside out by exit 8. So once you get past that crash, things are looking much better there. Cheshire looks pretty good in East Hartford, just over the Bulkley Bridge, looking fine this morning. Areas of fog over in Old Saybrook on 95. That should lift and we should see smooth sailing. Guys, back to you.
Rachel, thanks. All right, as we approach the unofficial start of summer, state leaders are encouraging boaters to know safety procedures to make sure everyone can have fun in the water and get home safe.
Yeah, Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Old Saybrook for us right now with some safety recommendations. Brooke, they're coming at a very important time, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, while today's weather isn't exactly the best boating weather, it looks like over the next few days and especially into Memorial Day weekend, it's going to be much better. So I'm sure a lot of boaters are going to be out on the water this weekend. But state environment officials say they're sending out a warning over the next week or so that people really need to take boating safety into mind. They say this is very important since over the summer holidays, boating incidents, deaths, and injuries tend to spike over those weekends. Now, the National Boating Safety Week is happening this week. It's ahead of the holiday weekend, and the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection has released reports telling us nationally every 3 out of 4 fatalities out on the water are a result of drowning. Here in Connecticut, 9 people died out of 39 reported boating incidents back in 2022. Leaders say the main causes of things going wrong out on the water is operator inexperience, hazardous conditions, and alcohol use. This is why they're encouraging people to take a boating safety class. This in addition to the Connecticut requirement that all boats have an operation certificate. This means the operator would have gone through an 8-hour course and passed a test showing that they are capable of driving it. Leaders also suggest boaters wear life jackets, avoid alcohol, and get a yearly vessel safety check to find any sort of unseen issues that you may not know are happening with your boat. Now, according to reports, there are about 90,000 boats registered here in Connecticut, many of which are probably going to be out on the water this weekend. So before you head out, make sure you get all of those tests done, make sure that you have your life jackets, and overall, make sure that you get home safe. Live in Old Saybrook, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Brooke, thank you. We appreciate it. Hopefully people will heed that and we'll save some lives. All right, 6:05, new for you this morning. Fire crews responded to a house fire in Wethersfield. Here's some pictures from the scene. They said the fire was started by people trashing fireworks in a plastic trash can. The fire started just after 9 o'clock last night on Mitchell Court. Fire crews were able to put out the flames before they reached the inside of the house, and we're told everybody made it out okay, and no injuries were reported.
Also new this morning, an East Hartford police lieutenant who was arrested for DUI back in January is now serving a 30-day suspension without pay. Lieutenant Joe Ficatelli is accused of switching seats with his friend just after being pulled over. He's also accused of berating the state trooper who pulled him over. All right, a big heads up for parents at Enfield. Changes could be coming to schools next year.
Yeah, dozens of teachers' jobs are on the line right now following a town budget vote. Let's get out to Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro. He's live in Enfield right now. Angelo, what was the result of that vote?
Tim, Erica, good morning. The town council voting 7-4 to pass a budget that did not include the big increase that the Board of Education was hoping for. So what that means, 121 jobs are on the line. Now we'll have to wait and see how this actually shakes out and just how many jobs are actually cut at the end of this year. But take a look. We have been reporting on this issue. Rallies, many of them happening leading up to this vote, and it was another packed meeting yesterday for this vote. The town council ultimately approving a $1.5 million increase in next year's education budget. That is much lower than the more than $6.5 million increase the Board of Education was hoping for to maintain current staffing and programming. Now, town leaders say it's impossible to meet that 8% number without raising taxes, and adding to the difficulty of all this, the mayor says the Board of Education is already facing a shortfall of about $3.9 million this year. The mayor agreeing to cover that shortfall, but is requiring an audit of the Board of Education for the last 2 years.
There was over $10 million in COVID money. There were some very nice increases that the Democrats gave. And so where did the money go?
If this town values education as they say they do, then you cannot value education if you don't value the teachers and fund the schools as best as it possibly can.
And as for what any potential cuts would mean for families, for students out there, for parents, those teachers have been rallying about concerns over bigger class sizes and also less programming for students as well. We'll have to see again just how many jobs and programs get the cut. We are live in Enfield this morning. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Angelo, we appreciate that update there. Thanks so much. Well, meantime, the New Haven Board of Alders has approved a plan to install red light and speed safety cameras across the city. Now it's up to the Department of Transportation to give their final approval. The cameras are going to be installed at 8 school zones and also 11 intersections to try and make it safer for pedestrians. Officials chose those locations based on recent crash history as well as other criteria. Well, today, the former president of a fraternity at UConn is expected in court. David Vallejo is expected to be arraigned on charges in connection with 2 separate incidents. Police say Vallejo is accused of assaulting a student during a fraternity initiation at a home in Willington back in February. Now, in the second incident, he's accused of assaulting a different student on campus in March.
New Haven police are looking for the person who shot and killed somebody yesterday afternoon. They haven't released the victim's name yet, nor have they said if they have any suspects. We do know the shooting happened just before 1 p.m. in the area of Ferry and Wolcott Streets. That's in the Fairhaven neighborhood. In Waterbury, police officers said they're looking for this car because they believe it was involved in a deadly hit and run over the weekend. As you can see, it's black. They said it's a 4-door Honda Accord. Police said it hit and killed 46-year-old Dwayne Hunter early Saturday morning on Chase Avenue. Police said the Accord is somewhere between a 2003 to 2007 model year, and it might have front-end damage and a missing driver's side mirror.
Republican candidate for Connecticut's 5th congressional district, George Logan, has secured a key endorsement. Delegates at the Republican convention unanimously voted to endorse him last night. Logan is running for his party's nomination to unseat Congresswoman Jahana Hayes, and this could be a rematch of the 2022 race. George Logan lost to Hayes by 2,000 votes.